We OG, Ordinal G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got D or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got D or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Rooms is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it start? Nobody knows. It's a revolution, ayy. Bitcoin is the one, no substitution, ayy. With Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystem. What is up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. I could have sworn I hit that mute button, but apparently I didn't. But what's up, guys? So today we're going to cover some AI stuff, right? AI on Bitcoin is going to be a big narrative, in my opinion, because we benefit the most from having AI, and that's because we don't have smart contracts, right? We don't have that capability of, you know, the tech stack and stuff like that. So, but AI changes that. We're gonna get into some AI stuff. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. We got some news today. We actually got some really big news today. Is actually Bitcoin's birthday. 16 years ago today, Satoshi launched Bitcoin officially. He had launched a white paper on October 31st and then launched Bitcoin on January 3rd. So it's a big day today. The chancellor on the brink of second bailout for banks. That is what was in the newspaper. That is what he put in the Bitcoin block, Genesis 0. So we're going to get into that. We're going to get into some really cool stuff here. So without further ado, we bring in my partner here, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, man?
What's up, man? So big news today. Kind of get right into it. Today is Bitcoin's birthday. 16 years ago today. 16 years old. Bitcoin is can finally get his driver's license here in the U.S. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I saw some of this on my timeline. I thought I would see more kind of happy birthday to Bitcoin on my timeline, but I saw a couple of posts, you know, Fred Krueger, some of the hardcore maxi type mentalities post about it. But yeah, it's awesome. The history is just like so great in terms of the lore of Bitcoin and all that stuff. So love it.
Yeah, man. So like I said in the intro, you know, October 31st was, you know, when he dropped the white paper, and he was working on. He finally got it out on January 3rd in 2008. Or was it 2009? 2009. So it was October 31st, 2008. He put the white paper out, and then January 3rd, 2009, Bitcoin was running. And then a few days later, Hal Finney was grinding it up. So, and Hal Finney actually posted running Bitcoin. He was the first person to run Bitcoin. A lot of people think that, you know, he was in cahoots with Satoshi, if not one of the members of Satoshi. Like I think he's one of the three. So I think this is a big day. This is a huge day. Bitcoin was basically free 16 years ago. There was a faucet that came out in 2009 that you could go to every day and get 3 to 4 Bitcoin. So pretty nuts to think about it now.
Yeah. Yeah, super happy that it happened, right? Created this whole industry.
Yeah.
And we get to enjoy it today and talk about it. That's what we do for a living. So love it.
Yeah, man. Let's kind of get into some news here. Tether starts 2025 with 5 billion in profits, and a key ally in Trump's commerce nominee Howard Lutnick. So basically, apparently Tether has this, this good relationship with Howard Lutnick, who's going to be Trump's commerce nominee. What do you think about this? 5 billion in profit, though, dude. Absolutely insane.
No shocks. This is, I've always talked about Tether being this, you know, monster of a corporation really in our industry that
Yeah.
people try to attack from different angles. It could be competition, it could be tradfi that wants that market, but I don't think they're going to be able to get it because Tether's just very strong. They have so many different business models too. People really don't look into that part of it, and so they're able to earn in different ways. So they think outside the box other than just a stable token. Maybe they have some sort of like staking API and all that stuff, APY and APR and stuff like that. But no, they invest into mining. They invest into other emerging industries. And so I think they're going to be huge, probably the biggest, one of the top 3 biggest players in our industry soon.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think a friendly administration, because that's the last thing you want is a monopoly being built, right? You don't want USDC to build this monopoly and be this number one leader. It seems that way. That seems that how this administration is right now. They want USDC because it's made in America and stuff like that. But Tether could easily be an American company as well, right? They could easily put $1 billion into the US, which would allow them, tax benefits and stuff like that. So in that way, I would love for Tether to become a U.S. Company and do things the right way, and they have been. Maybe not in the beginning, but a lot of crypto companies in the beginning weren't doing stuff the right way because there was no right way, right? There was no rules and regulations or anything. So they did stuff that worked. They did stuff that you probably shouldn't do. You shouldn't buy 16 yachts and say we're backing our currency by yachts. Like that's not something you should do. But at the same time, you learn from mistakes and you learn from regulation, and we're going to get that. So
Exactly. If there aren't any, clear defined rules, and people are going to take advantage and give themselves the upper hand, right, or get the edge, and that's what kind of business is about, is being able to edge out your competition. But
yeah.
now that we're going to get more clear and concise rules and stuff for the industry, I think things probably get buttoned up, which is a good thing.
Yeah, and I would love these guys at Tether to be a part of this administration in a way of at least giving their input in decisions. Right? I think Tether is one of the smartest companies in the world, and I would love for them to be a part of this. And they actually have a coalition right now formed by Tether, Tron, and TRM. Obviously, TRM and Tron are, I think, they're both with Justin Sun, but they're working with law enforcement agencies across the world to stamp out crypto-related crime. So this is Tether doing this, right? This is Justin Sun doing this. So definitely puts them in a little a better light than they were. So, but they started this coalition. What do you think?
I think it's smart, because it's kind of like, hey, let's show the world. I think like companies, entities, just individuals that have branding and stuff are realizing through X that if you show the proof through to the world through like a channel like X, then the public can really, I guess, jump on your side if they believe it or whatever, right? So this is
Yeah,
something that's good because now what they're doing is getting ahead of the regulation and stuff and saying, hey, look, we've been trying to play ball and do the right thing, for a while now, or from when they started this. So I think it's
yeah.
smart. We'll see if there's going to be any like chess being played from the US regulators to kind of, I guess, like make this not look as good as it does currently.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm really bullish on this. I think it's awesome. I think every crypto company should do this, right? Not just Tether. I
Yeah.
think USDC should do one. If you love crypto, if you're building here, then we should. I mean, crime's one of those things where they find, new ways to do things. And at the time, crypto was that new way. But I think now it's time to kind of get rid of the bad actors. And I think we need to do that. Which I mean, the first big thing needs to happen is the anonymous companies kind of need to, kind of show face. because I think that's a big part of it. We can't have that no more. We can't be this shadowy super coders anymore. We need to be out front and, you know, being the companies that actually show what they're doing and show their faces and say, I'm stamping this with my name. Like, this is my thing. I'm proud of what I'm doing. And, you know, a lot of people don't want to do that though, because they're afraid of the old administration. They're afraid of the old ways of things, to how things were done. But now with this new administration, I feel like you're going to see a lot of people that were anonymous actually come in and like doing face reveals and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you know, if you do have clear and concise rules and regulations, then
Yeah,
the market will kind of play out organically and naturally to push
that's
those
true.
anon developers and creators away, because trust won't live there, right? So,
Yeah,
an example of that would be like, you know, there's this new organization that backs these certain projects that do reveal themselves and dox themselves and their company and back, you know, like where they come from and all these things, and then, you know, just sends a warning out to the other parts of the industry, and then the public will naturally gravitate to where they can, you know, go to a place where it's safer. That's just, people want safety. And I think in our industry there was this idea, which I get where it started from, but like, it's like, you know, I don't want to give my identity up. And um like, society in itself wants safety, so they will gravitate towards
yeah,
the safer side.
yeah. I 100% agree. 100%. Next thing here, BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin ETF saw the biggest one-day outflow yesterday as shareholders took profits in the tune of $333 million in outflows. Pretty nuts, because that's something that really hasn't happened yet. And they actually, Decrypt actually put out an article on this, right? BlackRock ETF, and there's a big long article. And then they came out with a post later that basically said, you know, with the Bitcoin price regains ground after the tax harvesting sell-offs and stuff like that. So it's pretty funny how they came out with this article, and because Bitcoin was dropping yesterday throughout the day, but a lot of people came in to buy. There wasn't a big dip yesterday, right? We saw like what, 94,000 was like kind of the low on the day, something like that.
So yesterday, I think the low was 90. No, it only got down to about 95.8 is what I'm seeing
Wow,
here.
it just shows you how strong Bitcoin is right now. The fact that the ETF can do $330 million in outflows, and Bitcoin's just kind of not even drop $1,000. Pretty wild.
Yeah, but remember that the ETF is kind of like within their system, right? So because they
Delayed,
do
yeah.
OTC, exactly. So you're not gonna really see that unless, you know, unless BlackRock themselves takes it over to Coinbase to sell down. So
Yeah.
that is one good thing about the ETF, is that like, like if there's sell offs, you're not going to see a price effect unless it's like an overall market horrible sentiment to where BlackRock's taking it to Coinbase to sell it for stable, which I don't think
Yeah.
we're going to see for a very long time. So
I agree. On poly markets, there's a one of the predictions is there's currently 74% chance a new country buys Bitcoin this year, according to poly market. So me and you both believe poly market is like the way of seeing the future, because 90% chance of this high of a percentage. But you did see CC come out and say there's countries buying right now, but they're not going to tell you until they're done buying, right? So there that could be it too. Maybe it's countries coming in and just buying the dip yesterday as well. So I can't wait for that to come out, because it's going to be a race too. I think once I believe it's it's like Saudi Arabia or one of these rich oil countries that are the ones going to be buying, because I do think oil is going to be paid in Bitcoin eventually. It's just a better way of doing it, especially in large sums. So, and once they say we'll take Bitcoin as payment, that would be insane. That would be absolutely insane.
yeah. Well, so you and I talked a little bit about this yesterday or the day before. I do think some of the larger countries do want to see the U.S. make that first, you know, official step into creating
Yeah.
the strategic reserve. But one thing that people should be paying attention to are the states that already have jumped out and kind of taken that risk, right? And they put their foot out there, Texas and Pennsylvania, right?
Pennsylvania.
So I think what we're going to see is Texas and Pennsylvania really start to see some benefits from that already, and other states will just start to like catch up and FOMO. That will probably reinforce the US to create like a federal, make sure that that's solidified. And then the trickle down effect will happen. And, like countries like Saudi Arabia that have like billions and billions of dollars to do this will I think follow suit. And then that's whenever the ultimate FOMO could happen. So that's kind of like a best case scenario. But one thing I do expect, if you really true to think Bitcoin is going to increase and hit some, good price points this year, then Texas and PA is going to benefit from that. And then other states will see that. So I think that's a pretty much almost guarantee. We'll see if that will correlate to put pressure on DC to make sure that your strategic reserve is finalized.
100%. When
that makes sense, right?
Yeah, 100%. And when the states do it, the government's gonna, it's easy for the government to adopt it because it's like, well, they're already doing it. So let's just do it.
And it's working. It's working.
And
it's stupid not to do it. You know what I mean? So the
Yeah.
people against it would be like, why would we not? Like, look what the states are doing. So
Yep. And when you're sitting there and you're a voter and you're sitting there in Pennsylvania and Texas, they're doing really well in the sense of their treasury's high and everything. They're like, oh wow, look how good they're doing. As a voter, you want that for your state, right? You want that, so you're going to go out and you're going to vote for that crypto friendly, that Bitcoin friendly, senator or congressman. So
exactly.
All right, let's get into that Bitcoin fear and greed. Last Friday, we were at a 74. Yesterday, we were at a 70. Where do you think we are today? My hint for you is we're pretty close to last week.
Last week was 74 to 70. I'll say 76.
Pretty close. So
74. Okay.
So 74 last week, 70 yesterday, 74 today. So we're pretty much staying in the 70s. I'm going to make you predict next Friday. Where do you think we are going to be next Friday? Because I'm going to give my prediction. I'm going to say we're going to be in the 88 range. I think next week's really bullish.
Yeah. So next week is typically like last cycle. Next week was whenever Bitcoin was kind of coming down. But because we didn't have that, run up from the 15th, 16th of December all the way until the 10th of January, like we did last cycle, I think you could be right. It's actually could be opposite to where like Bitcoin actually gets aggressive next week. So I'll say like 80, 82.
82. Nice. Yeah. We're both very bullish on next week, guys. Very bullish next week. But let's get into that Bitcoin price action brought to you by BitPerp. BitPerp is going to be the leading leverage trading platform in the Bitcoin ecosystem because they're going to allow you to trade runes and BRC20s and pretty much anything. They're going to be more than that, though, guys. We got off a conversation with these guys, and they made us so bullish. Like being a partner is amazing because we get kind of the inside scoop of like what they're thinking, right? It's not exactly what they're doing, but what they're thinking internally. And these are some guys that pay attention to. And the best part, these guys don't have a token yet, right? So it's not like we're getting inside from information to buy the tokens, nothing like that. It's just really cool to kind of get in the head of a builder and being in conversations with BitPerp, guys. This is a project you do not want to fade in the sense of using the platform and potentially getting an airdrop, guys. This when they said something to us, I was like, they're pretty much going to enrich their users. They're really going to try to do so, guys. Use the platform, get this airdrop. I promise you it will be worth it. It'll be worth it. So definitely check out bitperp.io, and their paper trading competition is coming live
next week,
soon, correct? Next week.
Yeah. So I just heard from the team this morning, and it says Botonics. I mean, they've been waiting for their faucet to be smooth, and so Botonics gave them a estimate for next week. So we apologize on that. We know that we've been talking about this, getting you guys excited about it. It's because there's a chance to win the 10,000, a part of that 10,000 USDT. But around next week, so you're looking at probably around the 10th, 9th or 10th. But just remember that they're working with new Bitcoin L2s that are still formalizing their ecosystem and their chain. So. But before we get into the Bitcoin price action, which looks pretty good on the YouTube side, please smash that like for us. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and turn your notifications on. And on the X side, if you wouldn't mind sharing the space, we would greatly appreciate that, and hit that like for us as well. Got 213 people in here on this Friday morning, but let's jump into the Bitcoin price action. Like I said, it looks pretty darn good, at least on the hour chart here. Let me make sure. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you can see here we're forming this strong kind of triple candle here. So 3-hour candles in a row are green. The resistance doesn't look too strong here, so we might be able to blow past this. We're at 97.7 right now. Definitely stronger on the support side, at least bringing data back to the 30th. So I think that's pretty fair in terms of data that we're looking at here. So we could continually push up here. We did form our first green candle on the MACD. The leading blue line indicator looks pretty good, pointing almost straight up here. The stochastics looks like we just got into overbought, sitting at 96. So a little bit. We've been there for a little bit, but not too long. So I think this could be prolonged. Maybe a good little spike heading into the weekend. As you know, with Bitcoin, what goes up must come down. So we probably will have like a pendulum swing. So let's say we get to 98, we get a little frisky, get to 99, probably swing back, and then maybe we continue that momentum to the weekend. Is definitely getting aggressive right now. As you can see, this is the hour chart, and you can see that green candle just like really growing right here. Okay, so another bullish thing that I noticed was that we tested the 50-day EMA channel here, and we bounced back up into this beautiful kind of uptrend here. So that's definitely a bullish sign there. We're just starting this buy pressure. So hey, let's see where this takes us today. I'm feeling pretty good about Bitcoin's price. Wouldn't be shocked if we get to 98.5, 99 for the second half today. And then the 4-hour that will give us projections for the weekend, which is kind of, it's going to give us a projection for tomorrow and Sunday. And the weekends can be tricky because, TradFi isn't really trading much. It's more retail whales or market makers kind of trying to, keep the market going. So Saturday could be definitely a great, scalpers day. If we do get to like 98.5, 99, it could swing back and forth. And who knows, maybe we get to 100K on Sunday. That'd be a great thing, right? We just crossed over 98,000 just now live, but the 4-hour looks good. We have been up here for a while. We tried to come back out of overbought territory on stochastics on the first, then came back up here, and it looked like it tried to come down again early this morning, and we bounced back up. It's looking pretty good on the MACD too. We're seeing strong signals here. The lead indicating line is also pointed back up here. So I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good, man. I'm feeling pretty good about Bitcoin's price action right now. How does that affect the rest of the space? Well, if it keeps being aggressive, the dominance is not going to come back down, right? So unless like alts go absolutely nuts, which anything's possible.
Yeah, 100%. I got a couple comments here. Mike Bennett says just broke through. See if we hold. What is he talking about here? Just broke through 98?
Yeah, 98. And we're sitting at like 98.3. So not only did we break through, we broke through and established a little cushion there, a $300 cushion. And these momentum indicators are looking good. Now, this candle, I don't like how strong this candle is though, because it's just, whenever you just see up only, and then like we still have 36 minutes left for the next hour candle, this is probably going to be pulled back down some, you know what I mean, before we hit the next candle. And so we'll see. So just be careful. Again, though, no resistance up here, man. So who knows? Maybe the whales are like, we're done playing games. It's time. And we just blast through everything.
Yeah, man. I want to talk to you about something real quick that's kind of bothering me. I know it's not bothering you as much because we kind of talked about it last night, but it's bothering me to where I just can't stop thinking about it. But it's a DXY. DXY is $109. So you see back in 2022, the bear market, right? The peaked up here. We know Benjamin Cohen was saying he's expecting kind of like the top out in January and kind of go back on its way. But so what does the DXY mean to me? The DXY means to me is the big money. The big money moves this thing, right? Big money is coming out of stocks. They're coming out of bonds. They're coming out of crypto. They're coming out of real estate, and they're going into cash. So my first question is, why are these big guys holding so much cash right now? Is it maybe because uncertainty with Trump? Could that be a reason why the DXY is going up? Because I do want to go back to when Trump was president last time. A lot of money before Trump took office, a lot of money did go to cash because of the uncertainty. But by the time Trump was out of office, it was below 99. So I think back in 2020, but that could have been the COVID crash as well and stuff like that. So what do you think is causing the DXY to rise so quickly and so fast? And we haven't seen a rise like this since bear market territory.
Yeah. I do think it's some of that. I think traditionally, whenever there is an election and then, changeover of administration, this probably happens, some
Yeah.
to where, like people are going into cash. But obviously there's the alt season. So there's some people
Yeah.
that are probably, holding cash for our space, but I don't think that's like the majority of it. But stocks too, right?
Yeah.
Like the people like Warren Buffett and those like top traders that have been doing this for decades and decades, they're like licking their chops,
Yeah.
trying to see like how does the Trump administration handle possibly like a economy that is going to have some pressure on it, right? Whenever they start, right? And so are they going to bring stimulus in? Are they going to do these things? Because that's probably when they'll unload is whenever
Yeah.
they get the indicators, oh, we're going to get stimulus or we're going to get more cash, we're going to print more. And then they'll take advantage of these cheap prices. I think they're actually happy that these prices for these, stocks are down and, they're just waiting to unload, in my opinion. But who knows? That's
Yeah.
just my perspective on it.
Yeah, I 100%. I really hope they unload soon because that could be, that could be what they're waiting for. I just hope it doesn't just take too long, right? Because I want to see money going into stocks. I want to see money going in to like the economy, right? And get less in cash. But there is people were saying, like I was watching a stock show, and they're basically saying there's still two wars that are going on right now. People don't invest when there's war. And that could be it. That could be it as well. But as you can see, like we kind of broke out of this here, and then we're kind of on this upward trend now. But where does it stop? I mean, do we get this double top that potentially Benjamin Cohen was saying? But that's $5, and we're talking about 6%. 6% more. I mean, this is trillions of dollars, guys. Like this isn't 1% is a lot of it. It's like $100 billion. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
But you're basically saying I shouldn't be worried about this. Like this isn't gonna stop the bull
No,
run, basically. Okay.
I don't think so. No.
All right. Augustine Gray says, "Yo, bet. Well, you on here? Why would they be on here? What was bet
No, they should
BTC
no.
December
Yeah.
31st. Bets still have. Yeah, we talked about them. Augustine. You got to remember, a lot of people are still on vacation. They're getting back. Those bets should be resolved probably this week. So just look out for that. Yeah, these guys, just give them a little bit of time. I know Augustine Gray. He's one of those people that like he won some Merle, and he was in my DMs every single day trying to get that Merle. So I do see what you're saying here, but don't worry about it. You'll definitely get it. Promise. So
yeah. There was a 404 issue that they were working on. I actually reached out to them, Augustine, on your behalf. So yeah, they said yesterday, today, because they said tomorrow, yesterday. So I'll follow up on that for you though.
Yep. All right, let's get into that roll call here. Let's see. First is first. Yesterday was Yasher, and today is my guy Chief Axel
Yasher.
in the building.
Hey.
Yeah, Yasher won yesterday, and then Chief Axel won today. So I'm writing these down, guys. So we're gonna do a chart at the end of the year to see who won. But Chief Axel, congratulations to you, my friend. You are the winner today. Followed by Tim Baker, who says Graveyard. No, Tim. You made the actual show, my friend. I got Gary D. First time I've seen you in roll call, but I appreciate you. He said, "We in here, Ordinals, we the play at 2025. Sup, Shizzy and Mr. Yagobi. Thanks for the content, fam. Thank you, Gary. Appreciate that, man. It feels good, especially with Ordinals and Runes as quiet as they have been. Actually, having seeing you guys in here every single day makes us keep doing what we're doing here." PJNZ says, "So many AI plays. Hope you are all following Superfan. He released a bunch for Big New." Yes, we're going to get into that today. I see Superfan in here as well. But Webdro, can't wait to see how AI changes everything. I truly believe it does. Lucky Lukey is here, followed by Yasher, my guy. And Nagi is here. Ordinals Tweets is here. I think he lost his brother, but it says Shizzy talks to AI. Sure, I talk to AI every day. ChatGPT. Mempool Punk is here. Nighthawk UXL, ASAP Penji. Like I said, super fan guy. We're definitely got to get you on the show, man. We want to do like an AI segment in the Bitcoin ecosystem, and you're like one of the first people we thought of when we were talking about that. We got Chota, Satoshi in here. Let's effing go. Shout out to Chota. And we have my man Sammy Turnpike right down the street. Shout out to Sammy Turnpike. Happy New Year to Shizzy and Mr. Yagobi. Happy New Year to you as well, my friend. Chota says, at Superfan, drop the Augies. Can't wait for the excitement. Yes. Augustine Gray is here. Let's see. Sammy Turnpike said, happy birthday to the greatest innovation to the moon. Yes, Bitcoin, baby. Steamy J is here. Patty Poo, the Bitcoin machine himself. Crypto Cash is here. Shout out to you, my friend. He says, Morph AI, amazing, and Paka. Never heard of them. No is here. Mr. Unfiltered. Mike Bennett. Bitmap Capital. Sixes. Then we have, let's see. We have DJ Sats in the building. He said, GM, why didn't you mention about Pizza Pet? I'm sure we mentioned Pizza Pet.
Yeah, we talked about Pizza Pets. We just didn't get super into them because everybody's Pizza Pets were dying, and so we were like, oh, we'll probably not pay attention to it, and it'll die. So,
yep,
yeah.
Mike Bennett, he said other countries' fiat currencies inflating. Yes, that is true. Mats is here. So Mike Bennett's basically saying like it's not investments. It's just people are leaving other countries' currencies and getting into the dollar as well, which could be a big reason as well. So, and then Mike Bennett says DXY rose with assets during first Trump election rally. Yeah, well, during his entire thing though, it was down. Oh, see. My bad. So we have Danny Boy late but here. Shout out to every single one of you guys who make roll call every single day. We appreciate every single one of you guys. Love you guys, man. And then we're gonna head into the topic of today. Bitcoin AI place. Be ready for Bitcoin AI in 2025. What are we talking about here?
So we're obviously AI is the hot topic for the entire crypto space, right? And I want to address something, and it's not anything serious or anything like that, but there's been kind of this attention and mind share that has gone away from our space and gone to the AI space, which I think it's actually warranted, right? In terms of go where the narrative's hot, but I think it's also important to see how that narrative intertwines with the space that you are covering, right? And so that's what we're going over today. We're going to hit on the AI plays that are here right now, which there isn't a ton, but the ones that are here are definitely doing some big things, and they have some giga brain. So we're excited about that. And I guess what we'll do, I have 4 that are here, and it goes from, in my opinion, the most established to probably like the least established or least amount of product or substance, right? So, and it's not talking bad about the last one. I'm just saying there's 4 that we're going to go over. So the first one, I think it's obvious to everybody, Cypher Genesis was the one that really started to put things on the map for AI in the Bitcoin space in terms of runes. Butoshi's behind that, right? So, and he launched that token months ago, but he's been building with like on his LLM for a long time. And if you remember, like before the AI XBT became really popular, like Satoshi AI was something that was getting on our nerves, right?
Yeah.
And commenting on everything that we were saying, and maybe it was before its time, and because we are in the Bitcoin ecosystem, things move a little bit slower at times. But what do you think about Cypher Genesis, and do you feel like that deserves that kind of #1 spot in terms of established AI right now over here?
So in the beginning, when it first came out, it would comment on my posts, and I'd be like, "Get out of here, bot!" Like, you know what I mean? Not really understanding the impact that AI bots would have, right? I didn't foresee that being such a huge narrative, because I just believe ChatGPT is better than anything we have right now. It's like, to me, it was like, why use any of these chatbots when I can pay the $20 a month to ChatGPT, and then as they add new features, they just added this new feature. I think it's like 1.0, and it's blown any chatbot away, because the thinking is just, it's so intelligent, and it's like 99% better on the math than ChatGPT 4.0 and stuff like that. So it's like it's just blowing me away. So for me, it was like, why do people care about these chatbots and stuff like that? Well, I can just go talk to ChatGPT. But and all they did, like, he went, Satoshi went and he put all of Satoshi's knowledge, every single thing Satoshi's ever said or written into this bot and said, "You are this. This is who you are," which is awesome, right? And then this bot is like, he put the AI API keys on X, and this bot for a while though, I didn't believe that it was actually the one that was speaking. I thought me and you, I think we both had it was, it was somebody behind the scenes that was typing this stuff. But now we believe it. Now we know, especially with AI XPT, that this is possible and this is happening. And definitely opens my eyes now to what this can be. And this is Satoshi Nakamoto in here. If you take everything Satoshi's ever written and put this in there, and it becomes him, right? It becomes the closest thing we have to Satoshi Nakamoto, which is awesome. So I'm starting to really love that it is here, and I think I'm starting to truly believe this is going to be a big part of Bitcoin going forward.
Yeah, me too, man. Look, Cypher Genesis had a 51.4% increase in 24-hour volume, right? So it went from, I think, 5 million yesterday to now at 11.09 million market cap. And so it's getting the attention because the overall AI space is, hot right now, right? So, it's we know who's behind it with Butoshi. He's been in the space for a long time. He ain't leaving Bitcoin
Yeah.
Ordinals ecosystem. They have a collab with Emblem Vault and Tensorium, which is the Solana AI product that is going to be cross-chain, right? So they're working together and trying to get these Satoshi AI and Tensorium to be able to communicate and do cross-chain type of transactions and stuff. So that's just, a collab, and we'll learn more about that on Tuesday because we're going to have Butoshi on, right?
Yeah, Butoshi is going to be on Tuesday. He'll be on at 12 o'clock, which is it'll be 9 a.m. for him and out in the West. So it's gonna be awesome, guys. I can't wait. And he's building something for Emblem Vault that's gonna blow minds, and I'm hoping that maybe we can get him to talk about that a little bit as well.
Exactly. So, because of that approach and some other stuff that I've heard about with this AI narrative, I do think there's going to be like teams that team up. You know what I mean? And that could be extremely beneficial because, whenever you have that hive mind mentality in terms of a like developer environment, that could be really, really like efficient and you can build some crazy things. So I'm excited to see what comes out of that, really, but I would say like, it's the most established in terms of, market cap that it's had and product that's been rolled out with Cypher Genesis. So, to us, or at least, me, and I think you probably feel the same way, this is probably the top play as of right now in the space. But I think that that could change quickly because Big Noodle is something huge that's going to be coming out, and we know from looking at super fans the way he builds, it's freaking crazy. Like you got to be Giga Brain just to put all the spider web together.
100%, and we're gonna get into that, but let's kind of dig into Satoshi a little bit. But would you mind bringing up the Satoshi AI? I can probably find it as well.
Well, I can bring up the
actual.
You want me to bring a website? I have the website up.
Yeah, okay. I thought you did. Yeah.
So the website is cyphergenesis.ai. I'll go over some of the main content here. So it says the soul of Satoshi. Satoshi AI, the living embodiment of Nakamoto's vision, now walks among us. Equipped with his own computer, he freely navigates the Bitcoin mempool and the internet. As he grows, he shares his new insights to the world and creates inscriptions to airdrop to Cypher Genesis holders. So that's kind of like probably the scratching the surface of what utility, right? So inscribing or creating inscriptions to airdrop to holders. So if we go to view the terminal, so it says this feature is WIP close. Okay. Chat with Satoshi. So I guess you probably have to probably be a holder to be able to have access to this, or maybe work in progress. Work in progress is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But were you talking to it through the website?
Yeah. We had a website. You were able to talk to it, especially in the beginning. So
maybe they're updating something here.
Yeah.
But you can view the code here. I think this is gonna be the most important thing is like having open source code in GitHub so people can see, eventually, like I said, I think there's going to be auditors to make sure there's no like manipulation, scamming, or backdoor type situation, especially once it becomes, if it reaches that DeFi level, where these are going to be, able to operate in DeFi environments and complete DeFi tasks on behalf of the user. So
yeah, man.
and if we go here, you can see Cypher Genesis is number 3 in terms of market cap, maybe. Let me see. No, I don't know why it's ranked number 3, but
I think it's because it's hot right now.
maybe that's what they're doing. Yeah, I'm just gonna refresh this up so I can bring it back up here. But yeah, so we were actually talking about Cypher Genesis months ago, and we added it to our kind of corporate portfolio, and so it's one that is hot for we've thought it is one that's going to succeed in the long run as well. What about you? You look at, how do you look at it? Do you look at it as like maybe a bull run hold, or even like shorter than that, or long term hold? How do you look at Cypher Genesis right now?
Yeah, so again, that's the best part about what's happening right now in AI, right? I'm not a meme coin guy. It's seriously so hard for me to hold meme coins, especially the ones that I can't get any yield on, right? And that's why, runes are something that I kind of go back and forth with. I think, I do think we're early in something and this is going to be something special, but at the same time, all we have is meme coins. And now we have these AI projects that can potentially build something special, and that's a big thing for me. I like to hold stuff that I can speculate on. Holding something like, Gizmo, for instance, is just hard because it's just, you're depending on the community to grow, right? And sometimes that's hard, especially during a bull run, because people are chasing the narrative, right? So people dump the stuff that they don't believe in anymore. And the first thing that kind of goes is communities without a leader. And so you're going to see a lot of these communities without leaders kind of fall back a little bit. But then you have stuff like Cypher Genesis and stuff like these AI projects that are building right now. And you immediately think, what's next for these projects? And I just think that just having that what's next period, or even that what next thought, is enough to hold a lot of these tokens, especially without no yield yet. And we're going to get yield though when Arch goes live. There's going to be a lot of like borrowing and lending and liquidity pools and stuff like that. So that's something to look forward to. But right now, for me, it's like I need a reason to hold these things, and the only reason can't be the community is going to grow. That's not good enough for me. But with AI projects, it's like, okay, Cypher Genesis, Satoshi potentially going to be able to do things for you. Hey, Satoshi, go buy me some dog, or hey, trade out this dog for the best price and get me Billy Cat. That stuff is going to be possible in the future. It's not possible yet, but I truly believe that that's going to be possible in the future.
Yeah, I agree. And the collaborations, I think, is going to be really important because the cross-chain kind of relationships too. Because let's say that like you have an AI agent in base, right? Like it's not very highly likely that they're going to be partnering with another AI agent in base, because they're direct competitors in terms of market share and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Now that could happen, but I would think that would be more of like a parent company and multiple AI agents underneath that, kind of starting that way. But something that's like you have an AI agent on Solana, or you have an AI agent like on Bitcoin, like Cypher Genesis and Tensorium are doing, or on Base and Solana, or something like that, to where there could be like this mutual cross-chain benefit to grow the community that way, which could be huge, right? So so that's where I think this evolution is going to go. And actually that kind of goes into the next asset that's related to Bitcoin, and is going to be partnering with Cypher Genesis anyways. But are you cool if we move on to the next one?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so the next one here is it launched on Solana. It actually went through the pump fund process and launched and it bonded and became successful. But it was launched by Shannon, which is the lead engineer dev for Emblem Vault, right? So he was, he joined the Solana hackathon for AI. He created Agent Hustle. As you can see, his PFP is now a Quantum Cat, because you know who got to him? It was Udi, right?
Yeah.
Udi's main goal is to get all these popular AIs to change their PFPs to a quantum cat. So that happened with Agent Hustle here. But the biggest thing with this is that like this is a part of the Emblem Vault ecosystem for their AI layer, and then the Emblem AI is going to facilitate working with Cypher, the Cypher Genesis project and Butoshi to have this Bitcoin agent wallet attached to it, right? So, yeah, this one's interesting. It does have the roots of what I was talking about. Cross chain collaboration. How can this benefit each other? And it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. What do you think?
Yeah, 100%. I'm just curious. Did Udi actually send him a quantum cat?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because they have to change their actual PFP for it, right? So it
Yeah.
says right here, he said leveled up with his quantum cat PFP, repping Emblem Vault's Bitcoin roots while breaking chain barriers. Your boy hustles here to lead the AI agent revolution across every blockchain. Let's get wild, right? So,
Wow.
with Emblem Vault kind of re-establishing their roots in Bitcoin because that's where they started.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, Shannon, the lead engineer I'm talking about, he started in Bitcoin,
Yeah.
and he was I think a core dev for I think Mastercoin in 2012 or
14.
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Like whenever like all those, it was like their version of like the altcoins seasons and stuff. Whenever the layer ones and stuff were launching, and then he was building on Counterparty before, and then the maxis came and said, no, we don't want that. Right now they're
Yeah.
back, and they've always wanted to be on Bitcoin, but this kind of does sets the groundwork, I think, for what Emblem's overall goal is to be, and that's to kind of be this interoperability layer and tool, specifically assisting Bitcoin Layer 1 ordinals, and rare Pepes from Counterparty, and bridging them to different chains to have exposure, right? So this could really come all together very well. And I think that having that partnership with Cypher Genesis and the Satoshi AI with Butoshi is going to be big. I do think they need to solidify something and come up with this product together. And that's the plan from what we heard, right, from the teams and stuff. So we're going to hear more about that on Tuesday from Butoshi himself, though.
Yeah, man. Definitely excited. But what got me really excited is this, looking at this right here. This is a 7-day, 4 AI projects, right? That are in so Bitcoin's getting its especially this week, getting its AI push right now. Have you heard of this one? Manifest AI Tion?
I haven't.
But it's up 100% on the week.
Well, it's
It's at
actually
33K.
manifestation. I see what they did there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. But $33,000 market cap. I was just looking at this like, oh shit. Like, but I don't know what this is, so don't go in there. But Mark's friend Monkey had something really interesting too, up to 84% of the week. But Skynet, which I don't know if it's doing anything with AI or anything at all besides being a meme coin. I'm not sure, but it's up 200% on the week. So
yeah, that one was around too before, but
yeah.
because I didn't find any like substance to it in terms of like
Yeah.
a website or a product, I didn't add it to the list there. But yep. So I don't know. I would say stay tuned to see what details come out of that Tuesday live stream with Butoshi, because I think
Yeah.
that's going to be very important, because we're going to try to pry whatever information we can out of him. One thing I do know is that he's completely focused in on that, the Cypher Genesis project and stuff. So he's been working on AI stuff since the Butoshi game. Remember, last 2 years ago almost. So he's been working on this kind of concept for a while. So I'm sure he's super happy that this narrative is kind of folding into what he's been prepping for, basically.
Yeah, he's in such a great position too, because he's young, he's smart, he's understanding AI, and he's building on Bitcoin. Like this guy, this guy's gonna be here for he's gonna be here for a long time, and he's gonna build something special. So whether it's this or his next thing, I think we definitely need to keep tabs with him and kind of see his journey.
Yep. And so with Agent Hustle, the only exposure right now is their Solana token, the Tensor token, I guess. But somehow this project is going to be wrapped into the keys, I think, somehow, but we'll get
Yeah.
more information on that for you guys. But yeah, so that's number 2. And then number 3 is Big Noodle. The only reason we have number 3 right now is because we're learning more about Big Noodle. So Big Noodle is a project that actually won a track hackathon at Bitcoin Amsterdam, right? I believe it won, or it got second place, one of the two.
Second place.
Okay, second place. So it won one of the prizes, and so this one's really cool. We love Superfan. This guy, you know, he definitely has a different type of mind to where he can just really, really grind it out and build, you know, crazy gigabrain stuff. When you look at his the platform he uses with his basically the stuff that he's testing and building in the back end, his tool set, it's crazy to look at. I'm just like, man, my brain hurts just looking at it. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with Big Noodle. It looks like he's focused a bit on the deep end side of this, or let me see. I'll pull it up right now. And yeah, so we got Augustine Gray talking about heroes. So Superfan is the mind behind the Bitcoin heroes that actually has like generative states that these characters change into, and it's all AI driven, which is awesome. So he has the experience, right? But Big Noodle says Big Noodle is a GPU depend securing AI agents on Bitcoin project by Superfan, creator of Heroes generative AI DMT Ordinals collection. So he's the perfect person to be behind this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just want to learn more about it. And you know, we're trying to get him possibly on one of these Tuesdays where I think we might be starting like an AI little segment, right? Is that the idea?
I think we should. Whether it's gonna be on Tuesdays, I'm not sure. But we're gonna have, you know, we have Bell's Corner. We're actually gonna be shooting a Bell's Corner episode later today with Adam, so that'll be out on Sunday. But we kind of maybe should do an AI corner where we kind of
Yeah.
see what's going on in that sector. I think that'll be really good. And we are, you know, our main goal here at Ordinal Revolution is to enrich our community. And if that's in Bitcoin or if that's other places, we need to figure out ways to make you guys so much money. and that is it. We want you guys to be financially free. We don't want anyone in our community to be in the rat race. And so we're going to be looking at every aspect of this entire crypto area, because come on guys, a lot of us, you know, we do play in other sectors. Like I'm real big in Titanx and stuff like that, so it's stupid not to kind of show you guys other
Be
aspects
aware.
too, but kind of be aware, exactly, but really kind of we're super bullish here. Ordinals and Bitcoin, building on Bitcoin is number one. So we're gonna stay here, but we definitely want to do show you guys every aspect of places to become financially free.
Yeah, I mean, I think awareness is a great thing to be well-rounded, right? Like, but at the end of the day, our biggest conviction is in the Bitcoin ecosystem, because you have to remember right now, like I reposted this space and I said, are people fading the Bitcoin ecosystem? Let's talk about it, you know, because there is a sense of fading, right? But it's because the hot narratives are, you know, AI, right? It's just like in 2024, whenever the meme narrative was all on Solana and people made a lot of money, right? People lost a lot of money. So you probably go through that phase with the AI as well. But at the end of the day, 2023 was an amazing year for Bitcoin Ordinals and the ecosystem. We lacked builders though in 2023. 2024, we got those builders. There's there's amazing builders here right now, but they're heads down building, solving the pain points that came up in 2023. And so I think that's what it kind of occurred this year, or this past year in 2024. But that's a great thing, because as people were kind of fading the Bitcoin ecosystem, the builders were building, and now they're about to start delivering on the stuff they built in 2024. So I think when you look at like hot narratives and hot, you know, flashes of narratives and stuff like that, yeah, you got to be aware of what's happening outside of the space. But the long-term infrastructure stuff, like the Aves that were coming out in 2018, or being built in 2018, being released in 2019, 2020, the Maker DAOs, that kind of stuff is going to be released in 2025, in my opinion. And so those are longer term, you like infrastructure, utility play. I mean, look at Fluid, guys. Fluid is a Bitcoin play. It's a Bitcoin ecosystem play. And their Cardano token right now is thriving, I'm not saying just because of what they've done in Bitcoin, but what they've done in Bitcoin has a lot to do with it because they're merging two chains in two communities right now. So there's going to be more of that kind of stuff. But right now, the little hot narratives and stuff, we just want to make sure that everybody's aware of that, and that makes you more well-rounded. Hopefully, I didn't go too long about that.
No, that was good. Really good.
All right, cool. Yeah, so Big Noodle, we got Superfan says, much love, guys. I can't wait to share more with y'all, which we are super excited about as well. So this is one to keep your eye on, guys. We will keep you updated on Big Noodle as well. And then the last one here it's kind of more of a fun one is the Mark's friend monkey, right? And that is one that like they actually have a website. So let me pull that up. So I actually called this one out, I think when it was like at 300,000. Yeah, and I think it's only at 1.4 million. But Mark's AI, right? So it is a rune. I'm not sure what they're going to be creating, but it says a GPT powered framework for creating autonomous AI meme agents. Okay, cool. So it looks like they're using ChatGPT, kind of wrapper, but it's allowing you to create autonomous AI meme agents. So is this like a virtuals?
So to me, they're using ChatGPT, right?
Yeah.
So
I think so. GPT-4, right?
Yeah. So they're using GPT-4. So they're not using 4.0. They're not using IO. To me, this is
Is that the free version?
Because that's the free version. So they're not paying for it. And you only get so many. You only get so many comments on it before it taps out. So to me, it's like everyone should be paying for ChatGPT, right? It's the number one tool that I use every single day. I use it for everything. I never ever use Google anymore. I ask ChatGPT, IO, everything. And to me, I can create my own chatbot in ChatGPT 4. I just open a new tab that's not connected to anything, and I just give it the information I want. And so I have like 17 or 18 different bots that I use for different things. So one of them is taking thumbnails. I won't say rappers, but they're just different bots that remember the conversation. So yeah, well, they're just, I just have a different column up. So this one will be for when you send me a thumbnail and I need to make it a different size, right? I have one for that. I have one for my daily news I get every single day. I have one for this. And I just kind of go through them, and they're all set with my dynamics, right? For what I want that bot to be doing. So when there's something like, and then I have a bot to kind of help me out with writing tweets, stuff for grammar and stuff like that. I have a grammar bot, but I went in and I found the number one grammar bot that was created by the English professor, right? It's like, why not use that one? So for me, there's no reason for these things to help you create a ChatGPT bot when you can just go to chatgpt.com and just create it yourself, right? Like, and then you can get API keys if you want, and you can have that run on your X account and stuff like that. So it's like, I just don't get it. I don't get why you need that,
Yeah. So I'm curious as to Superfan's opinion, if you're still in the audience on that, because there's been kind of some debate back and forth between Shizzy and myself and a couple other people too about that, because I think Shizzy has a point. But at the same time, I've worked in software as a service that is specialized in a specific industry. So I know how, a specific software type of product can be really specialized. So Superfan, if you're listening, I'd love your comment on, do you believe that like this AI narrative can really be specialized, or can everybody basically do anything they want with ChatGPT? Even like, is that just as good as a specialized AI that's specialized in one sector?
And that's the one thing to ChatGPT too, is like there's somebody updating it, right? There's someone updating it every month. There's like a new update or new version of it that's smarter, stronger, and can do more. And I want to be on the cutting edge of that. I don't want to be wrapped down by, ChatGPT 4 because I put all this time and work into creating one on Mark's monkey, right? Like now I feel like I've wasted so much time with it, but it's not being updated the same way as ChatGPT 4 is. I mean, they put out YouTube videos every single day of updates they make, and they're constantly updating it. And it's the best AI out there. Like I've used I use Gronk, I've used Apples, and I just don't see a reason to do
Yeah.
something like this.
So I actually connected the wallet. I just want to see what
Yeah.
the steps go through, and it shows the wallet here, and then existing agents. I don't have any, and then I go to create new agent. Let's say Yagobi, prompt config, enter system message example. You are okay. So basically, you're giving a prompt on the type of bot that you or agent that you want.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Can I not copy that? I want to copy that. Hilariously unsuccessful monkey crypto trader. So basically, you put your traits in and all that stuff as well. I'm just gonna put something stupid.
Yeah, Superfan actually had a comment here. It says, "Thanks for including me, Yagobi. Some projects are literally using ChatGPT and Claude on the back end. So when OpenAI, etc., updates, it updates these projects too. But it also means it's easy to build. But like, why use these projects, Superfan, if I can just go to ChatGPT.com? Like, I can create my own bot there because I can open up a new tab, and now that tab is saved on my left hand side of my screen, and I'm able to tell it everything that I want it to be." And it's so much easier to use than actually go to one of these websites because I'm already there. So it's like, why use one of these AI bots, right? It's not like they're giving me the API keys. He says differentiators are gonna be the narrative pretty soon. I tend to agree with Shizzy take though. Why use simple chatbot when ChatGPT exists? Yeah, 100%. And ChatGPT is just like, and people say like, oh, it's specialized. I can get an English professor that specialize in English, the correct way to use the English language. Like, why would I want to make that myself? You know what I mean? When you have these professors and these really smart people creating these chat GPTs and they're specialized in certain ways. Like, there's one with NASA that has all the information of NASA built in. If I want to talk about space or learn about space, I'll go to that chat GPT bot that the NASA guy created. Right. So it's like, he's also said, I'm personally fading projects that use ChatGPT straight up, looking for core differentiators while we see the emerge and more. Yeah, so this to me is just meme coin 2.0. It's just taking ChatGPT and putting it in your meme coin. That's all it's doing. So for me, it's really hard to really get bullish on this stuff because I'm somebody who uses ChatGPT every couple hours, right? Like more than 10 times a day.
Okay, so but what he's saying is that he fades projects that use the ChatGPT framework. So what about something like Eliza that has their own customized framework, right? They're not using ChatGPT, they're using their own kind of built from scratch AI type of, I guess, generator platform, right? That will be more customized to them. So the Explorer GPTs on ChatGPT, everybody that pays that ChatGPT subscription has access to that, right?
Yes.
So you're in that bucket and pool with all the people that do utilize that. So what
Yeah.
separates you from the next person that utilizes that? You know what I mean?
We're all the same playing field.
Okay, so but if there is one that is, let's say consensus says that it's the best version of this specific like crypto trading wallet agent, right?
Yeah.
Then you're not on the same playing field as someone that uses those Explorer GPTs, because now you have something that's a product that's has consensus that it's the best in that specific thing. Now your
Yeah.
competition is within the pool of the people that use that one though.
But you can also update it with your own knowledge. Like, these things are open to taking information because now once you set it up, now it's yours and it becomes yours. You can go in there and you can go out and get information that other people don't have and keep loading this thing up with new information, right? You can keep feeding yours and that'll only be yours because it's not
So
feeding the rest of the chat GPT. So it's specifically to what you want it to do. So you keep feeding it knowledge, taking stuff from, all these like programmings and stuff like that and throwing it in throwing it in. So you can keep updating yours to give you that edge.
yeah, so So I guess you could technically, try to update yours, because that's how LLMs
Yeah,
work. They work off of past experiences, right?
yeah,
So, the reasoning and logic, I'm not sure about the O1 if that changes anything, but the
yeah.
ELIZA and stuff like that is trying to already be preset to where it knows most of everything. Kind of like what Butoshi did, right? He
Yeah,
preset the Satoshi's knowledge and posts and everything. Here's
yeah.
another comment by Superfan. He says, when you have a specialized agent for scraping alpha and reacting with a wallet, the prompt is essentially go make me money and keep learning. This will leave every chatbot behind.
Yes, but I guess my thing is, why can't I do that? It's like, that's the question that keeps coming in my head, and I don't mean to be someone who's like, always kind of, shoving
Argumentative.
this in people's faces, like argumentative. But like, why can't I do that with ChatGPT? Why can't I do exactly what you're doing? Which I just need API keys and stuff like that, and load up the wallet. Obviously, ChatGPT is closed source, so it might not be possible. But I mean, in the end of the day, why can't I do this with ChatGPT? And if something can give me that answer, then I will say that's the one to invest in.
Yeah,
And with
but
Eliza, you have
but
to remember it's just a
would you do it with
basic.
ChatGPT? That's the thing,
Yes,
is like, would you
100%.
do it? So
Yeah,
so then why haven't you done it? You know what I mean?
because
And so
I don't want to pay for the API keys. It's a shit ton of money,
So what if with Eliza that
and
you
it
don't have
doesn't
to do that,
benefit
because
me though. You
it has
will.
the API, like the APIs integrated into it, and just have to be
That
a
would be
holder.
so expensive for Eliza to do every single person to give those API keys to. That would
Not if
be
it's their
more.
not if it's their framework completely,
But they'd
though,
have to
because
create
they
their own
don't.
wallet.
Yeah, I mean, create their own wallet, or yeah, maybe
But
like have a
then I would
partnership with
say
another wallet.
they've done something that they outbeat ChatGPT, and that's my
Yeah,
one argument. It's like you
I
need
don't
to
think
outbeat the
ChatGPT is
ChatGPT
competing with
part,
these guys, though.
but
That's
it's
the
not on
thing.
purpose. It's not on purpose, right? It's just that this is the best one. But I'm just saying right now the capabilities are so small right now, right? The capabilities are almost nothing. These chatbots can almost do nothing, but some of them will beat ChatGPT in ways that it would benefit crypto users,
Convenience,
right?
like
Yeah, exactly.
convenience
But
and stuff
it's
like
just
that. Yeah,
not here yet. It's not here yet.
cool,
And
cool.
I guess when you're buying these tokens, and I'm not saying don't buy these tokens, but they better outbeat ChatGPT, which is probably going to be $1 trillion company in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah. Last statement here on this topic, but Superfan says, Shizzy, I got you. You technically can do what you're saying. Aside from missing wallet integration, it'll be a combination of multi-agents that show value. What's That's what he's working on, he said.
Yeah, exactly my point, Superfan. If you can outbeat ChatGPT, if you can do something that ChatGPT can't do, that is the one to be investing in. That is the one that's going to win. But the ones that are just being chatbots and just upgrading, what ChatGPT already has, and saying, hey, you can take information, you can make this your own. I can already do that. I can make this chatbot be Shizzy. I can tell it everything about me, and it can be me, and I can do that all through ChatGPT, which is the smartest AI that is available to us right now.
All right. So going back to Mark's AI, this is pretty cool. So it says to deploy your agent, I would think that you would appreciate this. It says burn 10,000 Marks tokens to deploy
Love it.
your agent. So they're integrating some sort of game theory into this, which is really cool with the burning side of things.
Dude, we should get
So
some marks. We should get some marks, bro. Like,
should we get some
just
Marks?
because
Should we get some
people
Marks?
are people are stupid. They're gonna end up trying to use these things. I'm not saying our community. I'm saying other communities. They're gonna get into the stuff that uses ChatGPT 4.0 when or I'm sorry, ChatGPT 4. That's like I don't even you can't even use ChatGPT 4 anymore on the paid version.
Yeah. So looking at the market cap of Mark's friend Monkey, it is at 1.16 million. So yeah, we added them as well because they, I didn't realize they had a burning mechanism. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, 100%.
um, I think it's really like, okay, what's the next phase? Right now, like the hottest thing right now in the AI space is virtuals, but then there's like something that's like competing. It's kind of similar to virtuals on base.
Yeah,
And then you have BitTensor that's coming out with their they're trying to catch up basically really fast because they didn't take advantage of the AI narrative. Basically, and Virtuals did. Virtuals was trying to be a subnet of a BitTensor, and they ended up saying, "Hey, well, let's just create our own kind of framework and let people launch tokens with subnets." And that's what's happened, right? So
subnets. So the problem with the virtuals thing, I looked into this a little bit. BitTensor was building too slowly for virtuals. They were all set to be the first subnet, but they weren't allowed to have a token either. So I think that like once they got a little bit, antsy, they said, "Screw this, let's just do our own." And then they started building virtuals, which was already kind of built because it's already built for a subnet. But they would have benefited from Tao's ecosystem, but they had to go build their own, right? Which was, it seemed to work out for them. But that's a huge get when you're depending on, we got to build the community, we got to do this, we got to do that. So virtuals obviously did the right thing, but even me and you, we both say like their site kind of sucks at times, right? It's not great. We both used it, and it's like there's
I
like
don't like the
problems,
aesthetics
stuff
of
like
it.
that. Exactly.
Like even the font and stuff, and that goes back to my digital marketing kind of experiences.
Yeah.
Like it's weird to me. It's like just the aesthetic feel, but hey, it brings volume. There's no denying that. It's created the biggest recent tokens on base, and so I think for how much money they're probably making, they could probably fix the broken image issue on some of these tokens in the menu. I'm like, come on, man, like fix that. Let's clean that up.
Yeah. Dude, I love our community here. Ricky Ricardo says, alt season starts when I sell my bags, usually the next hour. And then after my Bitcoin comes right in and says, Ricky, are you selling soon?
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yep. I do want to get to one question here. Mr. Unfiltered says, so is Verithium Dex project still alive? I put $500 in it. Yeah, you should definitely keep track of that. I looked at the analytics, so their liquidity was just shifted. So it went into the Bitmap and Verithium gas token there. So yeah, I mean, you can swap out. I imagine right now the liquidity is back to where it was. Follow their X account, and you should be able to get some updates with them. Last time that I spoke with the founder, they were trying to figure out what they're gonna be able to do to increase the usage of the DEX there. And these Bitcoin layer 2s right now, they're really trying to figure out what the main narrative is. How come I can't pull that back down? There we go. That was weird. Oh. No, I got it. Okay. What they're right now, there's two narratives. There's one with the BTC-Fi where there's a staking, restaking, and then there's the layer 1 synthetic assets like Merlin Chain is doing. And that's kept Merlin Chain like in the top 2-3 of daily volume, usually number 2. And then the BTC-Fi with like Avalon and Solve and stuff like that is really hot too. So I do think there's going to be like a floodgates type of situation for the Bitcoin ecosystem, and the layer 2 is going to be a part of that. So just stay tuned for that.
Yep.
All right.
I don't really have much more. Let's save a lot of these other topics. Just want to get into some fluid.
Yep, let's do it. I got the updates ready.
All right. So today is officially Friday. So what that means is every Friday around this time, we do Fluid Friday. So Fluid is going to be one of the leaders in the space, guys. They're builders on Cardano, which means they build on the UTXO. So once Ordinals came around, they opened their eyes. They're like, oh, wow, that's UTXO chain, obviously, Bitcoin. They're building something special over there. So they were one of the first people to join there. They joined our spaces back, in early 2023. I want to say like probably September, October. They were one of the first people to really start opening their eyes. They built at borrowing and lending. They were the only ones competing with Liquidium, and then they went further and they tried to build a swap for runes. And then they tried to now they're building a staking protocol, and their staking thing is the thing right now that's going to be absolutely amazing. But they're not stopping there. Arch is dropping later this quarter. Probably in February or March, they were saying. So Fluid is actually building their lending platform on Arch, which is going to be amazing because it's going to be seamless. It's going to be using, it's going to use Solana's kind of like speed with Bitcoin's finalizing the transaction security. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be exciting. So look out for Fluid. But right now, let's kind of see how you guys can interact with them right now, right? So the first thing you guys want to do is go to fluidtokens.com. Click launch Bitcoin, and this is how you get to their Bitcoin site. Coming here, you're gonna see up top. You're gonna see swap, lending, and staking, and then dashboard. Staking is their number one thing right now. And if you do have a fluid pass, just want to showcase this. You have 11 days, guys. 11 days. We do notice. I noticed something down here with the fluid pass. There's still 31 fluid passes that have not been withdrawal from this one yet. So, guys, go get your fluid pass. get your Bitcoin out of there because you earned some Bitcoin.
You're
So
not earning
get
right
the
now.
31 out of there. You're not. Nope. And bring them over to here. So right now 287. And the reward is 300,000. And after we kind of go over the updates, I'm going to do the math for you guys and show you exactly what you're earning at today's prices and what it could be in those April prices. Because we definitely think that this is going to be something. If you have a fluid pass and you're not staking it, I don't care how much the fee is, you're going to miss out on some gains.
Yep. So make sure you take those 31 fluid passes out, whoever's those are, and move them over, because that is. Don't say we didn't tell you, because we're telling you right now. And you know, hopefully, if you missed this live, then you rewatch this if that's one of you guys. But also, unstake your dog, go to the moon. Because there's still some dog in their stake too. What is that? 58 million?
Yeah,
right there. Current stake total. That's a lot.
Yeah, 100%.
So
all you got to do is go to your staked,
and
then just go to unstake. And then it's a one transaction. You get everything back in your wallet in one Bitcoin block. So,
yep. And so you can unstake your dog go to the moon right now, and you will get your dog go to the moon and Memento Mori rewards, all in one transaction as you unstake. And you want to do that because from our last meeting that we had with Raul, the leader of the dog army, not Leonidas, but like the dog army community, reached out to him, and they want to start another dog of the moon staking vault. So who knows what the reward's going to be on this? Maybe there's some dog whales that like really want to be generous. I'm not sure, but maybe the next 2 weeks, that's something that can drop, right? So, you know, this is why we're bullish on these guys. People in our space, infrastructure people, are recognizing their talents, and they're wanting to partner with them and do some big things with them. And the Arch network collaboration they're building there is really going to bring that one-click lending, smooth, seamless process there too. So just some other updates too with Fluid. They mentioned that they're bringing on more devs because they have a team solely dedicated for the Arch build out. I don't know if are we able to talk about the other thing with Charles? I think he said.
Well, we can talk about what's live on X, right? So Charles came out and basically, you know, he's going to be supporting them in ways. We don't know which ways that is, but Charles is looking at Fluid as one of the top builders on Cardano
and Bitcoin, because that's what they're
Bitcoin.
trying to collab. They're basically looking to collab with Fluid, and we're talking about Charles Hawkinson. And if you're going to be in Bitcoin Vegas, you want to pay attention to when they're on stage. By the way, that's all I'll say about that.
And Charles is building his own Bitcoin OS because he had a fallout with the Bitcoin OS guys. So he's been, and it's not going to have a token. ADA will be its token, and Bitcoin. Guys, eventually you're going to be able to use your Bitcoin wallets and do everything you need to do on Cardano, just using a Bitcoin wallet. So these guys are building for Bitcoin and allowing you to use pretty much Cardano as an L2.
Yeah, that's the goal, I think. But yeah. So the TGE for the runes is still TBD, but it shouldn't be too far out. And so, yeah, I think that's all the updates. I didn't know if you wanted to do the math. I can do it. I have the calculator.
Yeah. Let's do it. So right now we have
how many stakers?
287 passes have been staked. So let's do it by pass.
Okay. So then that comes out to 1,045. And what's the price right now?
The price of the Fluid token is up 12% today at 46 cents.
So that's about $488 per person, right?
So you're getting
per pass.
So you're getting around $480 per pass. But just know the black passes are getting more and the red passes are getting less. So if you have a red pass, you're probably in the range of $200. But if you have a black pass, you're probably in the range of $600, right? Depending on, so he told us 3 orange passes equal 1 black. So you guys have to do the math on with that. So if you put in, let's just say you put in three red orange passes, it's going to equal 1 black. So you're probably going to get like $600 for that. But that is at today's prices. Where do you think Fluid will be in about 4 months?
Oh man,
Just
4
looking at this
months. That
upward, just look at this and just base it
yeah.
on what you're seeing here, right? Over the course
What's
of a year.
when is the Bitcoin conference this year? Is it
It's in May.
July?
It's a
It's
month.
in May. Okay.
Yeah, May. End of May.
Oh, that's like perfect timing. I don't know, man. Like, like it's really hard to tell. Right now, it's hyper aggressive, so it could really blow through, man. Also, it depends on what's circulating because right now, I think the self-reporting is like 18 million. The rune will be out by
Yeah.
then. I wouldn't be shocked if it's at like $354 or something crazy. But again, that depends on like demand. I think they're gonna be in the news a lot more. They're gonna be collaborating with like people like Charles and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a totally different situation.
Let's be fair. Let's go with an easy 250, right? That's a very fair number. That's way lower than we think it's going to be. But let's do the math now at 250. How much money you're getting? That's only about a 5x from here, which
So
I
that'd
think
be
is
like
going to
20.
be easy.
That's like 2,600
So potentially for each pass that you stake,
pass, yeah,
you're going to be getting about 2,600 tokens or dollars.
No, dollars on average.
Wow.
That's where we are now, though.
Opportunity, man.
So that number is going to go up. People are going to. So when is the date where it closes? 11 days.
11 days, 6 hours. So it's looking like
Okay.
it's going to be what's that? It's about the 15th of January.
Okay.
And then if you don't have a pass, all you have to do is kind of go here, go to collections, type in fluid passes, and this is something that I've been doing, guys. As soon as you guys some of you guys been put them on the floor super cheap, and I go in and I just take them off the floor because I just see the opportunity here. We do have some buyers the last couple of days, so these guys are pretty much understanding what is going on here. Oh wow, yo, someone grab this. Someone put a silver on the floor. Someone go grab that.
How much does that go for?
This is like $150, but
how much does it usually go for though?
300.
Okay. So that's the second tier.
And right now it's like
second
tier on the floor. Some idiot. But guys, I hope one of you watchers grab this thing. If you don't grab end of the show, I'm gonna grab it. So but wow. But you can see these are 0.03, right? 0.003. If you lock this up, it's a second tier ones, which is equals 2 of these. So buying 2 of these right now is the same cost as buying 1 of these, but it's double the money, as you can see. So yeah, if you are interested in getting this, guys, this is free money, in my opinion. You do have to pay, I think it's like $20 to stake it. So just know that. But I just think that it's going to be so worth it. And you get your pass back, right? After you unstake, you get the pass back, and then you get all this FLDT rune. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, it's just one of those things where I'm not even saying this because Raul was a partner of ours. Like, this is something, even if they weren't part of it, just seeing this and just seeing the math, it's just stupid. It's just stupid the amount you're getting per pass. But guys, just remember, if this gets to 400 or 500 holders, you're getting diluted. So maybe you might want to wait till the last couple days and kind of see where it's at. But as of right now, if this stays to where it's at, I mean, damn, just damn. But
yeah. Awesome.
And we're not telling you guys to go buy these things. We're not saying anything. Fluid could go to 0. I'm just saying I see an opportunity, and I just want you guys to see it as well. So
exactly. I think that wraps up the show because that was all the updates on Fluid. But what a week, what a start to the year. I say just stay focused on what you have your convictions in, and be open-minded as well at the same time. I think that's possible, right? To just be well-rounded and know what's going on and stuff like that. But 426 people. Go ahead.
I want to kind of just show this if that's cool.
Yeah.
So this is something that we noticed. We just want to bring it to your attention. This is BT stuff on Merlin. This one right here, me and Yagobi both got in this today. It seems interesting. I don't know if this is real. I don't know anything, but it just looks interesting. It's the #1 token over here, 27 holders. It's beating kind of everything else. It's the only thing that's hot. If you guys were interested, I don't know, but just remember too, this kind of works. If it doesn't min out, you get all your Merl back. So let's just say you come in here and you put, I don't know, 100 Merle in there and this does not mint out, it's not like Bitcoin layer 1. You get all your Merle back. So if you get in any of these projects and they don't mint out, I've already gotten refunds already from projects that I put money into, and I got every single Merle back that I put in. So if this doesn't mint out, but if it does, I mean, this is going to be a small market cap, and it's saying it's an AI project. I don't really know much about it. Do your own research.
No, I
but
checked.
to bring
There's
it to your attention.
a Twitter account that
Okay.
it's one of those autonomous bots, so it replies. But yeah, I mean, so BTC.fund is like a unique twist. I think that like the rest of the EVM world doesn't realize that this is original to their
Yeah.
world, right? And Solana maybe too, like the mint, free and fair mint approach. But even from like people from Bitcoin, it was kind of hard to really figure out like what's a good strategy to deploy a token and like how long you want it to be out, like mint out, because that was never, you never had to set those parameters on like Unisat, right? It was just like it would mint out for, it could take as long as it wants, right? And you could technically do that in the back end. But yeah, you know, we were just kind of looking for AI plays on here. There was like a couple of them, but this one was funny because it was Barron Trump, it seems like. But anyway, yeah, I do think that this does eventually catch on, but you know, it's kind of like once everybody else is educated on it, right, in the other spaces. So something to kind of
100%.
keep your eyes on. So, but be
right.
careful with anything out there. Nothing's ever financial advice from us. You know, we just want to educate you guys, and hopefully we did that. Hopefully you guys took one thing from the show today and learned something. But we thank all 432 of you guys joining us on this Friday morning. If you have some extra time and wouldn't mind checking out our partners, we would greatly appreciate that. Emblem Vault, we were talking about what they're building with AI, with Tensorium on Solana, going cross-chain and working with Cypher Genesis and the Bitcoin AI agent wallet that they're going to, you know, help produce there. Also, their keys, Emblem Keys, is a rune, and the NFTs are going to be dropping very soon. So we're going to show you guys how to trade those if you guys ended up getting any of the Emblem Vault keys. Because they're going to be locked. The runes are actually going to be locked up until their TGE, which is September or October of this year. And then that will be their official TGE of the Emblem Vault keys, which is a Bitcoin rune. But until then, they've done some game theory to where they are giving you guys an NFT with the locked runes in there. So you can't trade the runes, but you can trade the NFT. So it's like a pre-market, like pre-rune kind of situation. So that's going to be interesting. You can learn more about these guys at emblem.vision. And remember, they're going to be bringing the jump feature with the LIP protocol. So they're going to be the interoperability tool for Bitcoin Ordinals onto other platforms and chains and stuff. So, and then BetBTC is your predictions market of the Bitcoin ecosystem, utilizing ICP and Bitcoin technology for you guys to be able to place bets on their marketplace. With your Xverse wallet, as long as you have Bitcoin in there, you can you know, transfer the Bitcoin onto their marketplace. It takes 6 blocks, and then you can start placing bets. They have a lot of Bitcoin related bets on there, some sports bets as well. And as I mentioned earlier in the show, they are finalizing the, you know, December 31st, January 1st bets. So those will be released very soon, guys, if you won. So just hang tight there. You can learn more about them at betbtc.win. And they also will have a future rune for their TGE, and you can farm points for that on their platform. So go take advantage of that. BitPerp, the perps and leverage decks of the Bitcoin ecosystem. You know, looks like next week for Botonics, but we'll keep you guys updated on that for the paper trading. But some big news coming out with these guys. You know, the focus is going to initially be synthetic runes for you guys to be able to trade. But you know, they're going to have a robust offering, I think, to the Bitcoin ecosystem, and you'll learn more about that and understand what I'm saying once they release their news here in the next week. But you can learn more at bitperp.io. And then Fluid tokens, Fluid Fridays today. These guys are just crushing it left and right. And I guess it's indicative in their price that people are, you know, confident and convicted in what they're doing. You know, they are the first to offer layer 1 staking for retail users, for you guys to be able to stake your layer 1 assets and earn. And so if you are a founder of an ordinal collection, you deployed or etched a rune, reach out to Raul, which is the CTO at Fluid, to get set up with staking vaults so you can have your holders benefit and earn. And if you can't get through them, reach out to us. We'll get you guys hooked up. And you can learn more at fluidtokens.com and click on the Bitcoin side. And of course, Merlin Chain, your #1 scaling solution for Bitcoin native L1 assets and protocols. If you're a builder and you want your protocol to be a bit more flexible than layer 1, you can reach out to Merlin Chain and apply for a builder's grant. It's definitely possible. A couple of our partners got in and got approved for that. All you got to do is apply and have something innovative and be a serious builder there. And you can also swap on merlinswap.org for synthetic versions of Doggo to the Rune, the Bitmap token, etc. And please don't forget about our integrated partners, Foxy building the metaverse on Bitcoin with Bitverse and the first-person shooter game called Clan Wars. And then Ordinal Hive is the aggregator marketplace for ordinals on Bitcoin L1 and L2 on Merlin Chain. You're going to be able to find the cheapest ordinals on Ordinal Hive. And we thank you so much for checking out our partners.
Yep. Great job, man. And if you guys wouldn't mind checking out ordinalrevolution.com, we have some of the best articles dating all the way back to last year. If you know someone just entering the space, please send them our website. We really feel like it can help them get started and code up to where we are today. If you guys need a VPN, we have the best VPN. We have NordVPN. Everyone should be having a VPN. They're super cheap, guys. If you can get our VPN for like $2 a month here, 70% off coupon, use it. Don't be traveling the webs without a VPN, guys. This is really important for security. Giving people your IP address can eventually get to your real address. VPNs are very legal, especially here in the US. There's no reason not to have one. Every single person should have one. And, why not use our coupon? But if it's not Nord, go get another one. Go get a free one. Do something, guys. Do not just do that. And let me delete this comment real quick because it's annoying. But, yeah. So definitely. And if you guys are going to Bitcoin in Las Vegas, this is going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Bitcoin 25 is going to be on the second. God damn, this guy just won't go away. It's going to be on the 2nd of May. Or not, I'm sorry, it's going to be the end of May. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. We'll both be there. Don't miss it. And don't wait till next year to get your tickets. As we get closer and closer to May, these tickets are going to go up in price by a lot, guys. For instance, you could get a well pass for $3,000, but for Nashville. But if you waited to the week before Nashville, they were $30,000. These tickets can 10x in price. It's all about supply and demand, guys. They go up every single Friday, it feels like. So definitely get your tickets as soon as possible. It's probably going to need to book your hotel too. It's going to get crazy there, so you definitely want to get everything caught up. It's going to be fun though, and definitely use our link here. If you guys need merch, we have some of the best merch, guys, not just in Ordinals, but in crypto in general. Click our store tab. It'll take you to our Shopify. Everything's done through a third party. We do not see your name. We do not see your address. None of that. It's all done here. Hoodies, T-shirts, hats. It's hoodie season, guys. Get yourself a hoodie. We have some of the best hoodies. And we are 16 years away, 16 years from Satoshi putting this in the Bitcoin Ordinals block. Sorry, the Bitcoin block, because it technically was the first inscription, right? So Bitcoin inscribed this. Yeah, it was in the Genesis block, the first inscription. So, a chancellor on the brink of second battle for banks, guys. This is 16 years old now. Get yourself a hoodie from ordinalrevolution.com. We appreciate you guys. And one more thing, you guys might see in the comments, we're seeing tons of these things. People come in with their seed words, their seed phrases, and say, "Hey, check this out. This is a scam, guys. If you put these words in your wallet, they basically take control of." I don't know what they do, because I'm not stupid enough to do it. I don't think you guys are either. But just so you guys do know, do not take these seed words that these bots put in the chat, and do not they put it in the comments. Do not take these seed words and put them into a wallet. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. There's nothing in there for you guys. It's a scam. So definitely be careful with that. But on that note, we are live Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific, and 4 p.m. UTC. Check us out all week, guys. And on that note, we'll see you Monday.
Peace.
We OG, or no OG. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, lock it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. moon with no calls. I get so far, got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty, where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me.